100% low. Sitting at 84C. We're running it today, boys.
Noise.
All this right here.
This is what happens when we decide to just start fucking with shit.
100% low. Sitting at 84C. We're running it today. We've got audio too.
Noise. What happens when we decide to just start? Yes, we do. 55 seconds before we go live on the radio land. And now.
Oh shit, motherfucker gets a new headset and he's like, you know what? I think I'll just grab some tinfoil and crumple it in my fingers the whole time now.
That's right. That's what I'm gonna do the whole time now. I'm just gonna ball up this piece of plastic.
What a troll.
All right, and here we are again for y'all on another wonderful Wednesday. I am Thumping Loud, joined as always with Super Kami Guru, and sewn together, we are the Angry Dandelion. Welcome to the Wednesday show. What's up, fellas?
What's going on, man?
What's up?
How goes life?
Oh, it goes.
Mm,
Say, been better, huh?
It's not that bad, man.
mm.
As everybody on the stream that's actually watching could be able to tell,
we are live on scene in Atlas.
we are live on scene in Atlas,
We
doing it right here live from the beach.
There you go. There's the ocean sounds for you. You'll hear them here in a second on the stream. But yeah, we are just kicking it on the beach here. On a ship, living the dream, sailing around, hunting treasure. Holy crap, things got crazy. I zoomed through behind us. Now we're gonna look at the back of the heads the whole show. Hope you're all happy. I'm back inside my body, man. Oh, there we go. I need that out of body experience.
You need that out of body real quick. Gotta get that shit right.
There we go. All right, now we're back and ready.
Give me 1 minute.
Got the tiger in the background on your screen, but your frame rate is still poo.
Chapu.
But hey, you see the difference in color from your monitor to my monitor. Just saying. Definitely some gamma differences and so on and so forth. Yeah, I need to get the hell out of this.
That and the fact that it was
Are you in full screen?
full screen windowed.
Yeah, probably. If you were just in full screen, it'd probably be different, but I don't have that luxury. That's why I limited the frame rate to 30 and
Called it a
running with it. Yeah, running with it. Guru, I think your NDI is frozen. No.
He said he'd be right back.
Okay. Okay, that's why it shows his thing. Well, it shows his picture on stream, so he's there still, I guess.
Yeah. But yeah, so as those of you who are watching Connection, literally in some cases, and going back at it, giving the game another run, they just had a big update that was put out last Monday.
Yeah,
Last Monday, last Tuesday, something like that, and supposed to redefine the way the game was playing and basically redefine how the servers were treated, even PvE and PvP servers. A lot of balancing, a lot of repairs were done, and so we decided to dive into it, give it a little bit of a shot. Soon missing out on us last week, of course, and everybody missing out on us last week. Soon being at the Culinary Olympics for his corporation.
Yep.
And doing the thing up there, having a good time up in Indy, and We played a little before he left, and then right as he got back, we started right on back into it because they were going to be doing another reset on the server real quick, which worked really well for us. That it gave us an American server to play on because we were having to play on an EU server.
Yep.
And
No PvP, which is more suited to the 3 people who are playing, which is my...
yeah, a small company that's not, not going to be on 24 hours a day to defend themselves. This seems to work out really well for us.
Yeah, it's been fun. We built a brigantine yesterday, and now we're just sailing around collecting treasure. So
Me and Stone are basically right back where we were almost when we quit playing the game. All we have to do is build a galleon, and we'd be right back where we were. Basically on a galleon, sailing around, doing nothing but collecting treasure maps and going and doing them. Because that's pretty much all we've done since we got together this afternoon is take the Tiger, go find a spot, hang out. I don't know. I may be able to look up there and still see it. I'm not sure. Yeah, I can. Way up top there, there's a little pink spot.
yeah,
Y'all get
holy
in
shit, dude. We were never going to get that. We tried to scale that fucking thing, man.
Yeah, we tried to actually scale that mountain right there that you see that it's on. But yeah, it was not happening for us at all.
It's sheer rock face, man. And even with, I built 3 sets of climbing picks for each of us and 3 grappling hooks for each of us because they wear out and break. And it didn't matter, dude. There were places you just couldn't move, and you ended
Yeah,
up
they just
falling
wouldn't
to your
let
death.
you get past a certain point.
The one thing about it being straight up and down rock face is that you fall all the way to the ground so you can get your stuff back. But yeah, we're giving up on that map. We've got one that's just up the way that we'll probably go to a little later and get the treasure. We've got plans, man. We got big plans. We're on an adventure.
Yeah, definitely out on the adventure. That was our whole game plan for today. I mean, if I'm not mistaken, you're off tomorrow, right?
Yes, sir.
So you know what that means. That means it's probably a later night for us than normal, and we'll go hard tomorrow. So, yeah. Which we forgot to grab the grog from the basement.
Yeah, dude. Damn it, man. I'll be right back. I'll go get a beer. Do we have it down there?
Yeah, there should be at least 1 or 2. Remember, we did stop for Flopson.
Yeah, that's right. You did.
It's the only way you get it unless you're making it. So, if I'm not mistaken, down there we should have like some berry tea and some ale.
No, we don't, man. Different shit.
It's gone.
Man, yeah,
No.
Gone. It's gone.
Yeah.
Our fucking crew probably took greedy bastards, man.
Yeah. He can give you a tour of his boat on his way back up.
There's Luna the Tiger. Lance named it Luna. I thought that was ironic. Big shout out to Ironic Media. Listen on Radio Land.
If you listen out there in Radio Land, big shout out to Ironic Media out there, making sure that you can hear our nonsense.
He didn't ask permission for that name. Just gonna.
This is pretty Mary Black.
Is it spelled the right way?
Luna.
That's how he spelled it.
Yeah, he didn't ask permission for that.
This is my dude right
Well,
here. Bearded John the Strong. He's a short guy. Very short.
He's a little tiny fella, and I got my guy, and I come running back up, and I'm like, look, I got a really fucking big guy. My dude is like huge, but he's got a really tiny little head. Yeah. Like he's pretty good. He's pretty obnoxious looking.
Doing a great job at lighting for us. I mean.
Yeah, we're really nailing it right now.
Yeah, I mean, this is what a great, on-site report. Yeah, right back to it.
Right back to it.
Here, folks. We even actually put down an oil lamp in front of us, so when it does get dark, we can turn on light and have front light.
Yeah, we've got all occasions taken care of.
When we get back home, I am going to build us a little studio.
Yes, this is becoming a thing.
It's going to be great.
Yep. Wednesdays will become the narrated adventures by Guru of Sown and Thump on the wild seas.
Yeah. This ship's name is feeling naughty. Naughty spelled Nauti, as in nautical.
Yeah, like Nautica or nautical.
Yeah.
Yeah, it it
Uh,
it started from
my sloop, the naughty girl.
the naughty girl, which is also another that started with the nymph,
Yeah.
which is my sloop. Got the nymph, and then what's a nymph? It's a naughty girl.
Boy,
And then I got a female elephant that I named Cardi. That's like
Yep.
Cardi B. She got a big ass.
you need to let your brother know that my lawyer will be talking to him about that lion.
Tiger.
It's a tiger. And
Tiger, whatever.
If you can get in the game, you can have it.
Yep. There you go.
You have to get in the game, man.
Actually, that $500 bill the other day,
hmm
my buddy may be actually buying it.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I pulled it up again and I was like, "Yo, check it out." He's talking about rebuilding, and I was like, "Here you go, check it out."
Yeah, things got set behind on my end for that.
Yeah, that happens, man. Life happens.
Yeah, it does.
You know that probably next year I will probably be rebuilding. Maybe. Depends. When the next series of graphics cards come out, that'll probably be my rebuild.
When the full line of Intel cards drops.
2020 is when Intel's supposed to hit the market.
Ha-
I'm interested to see what their competition is.
Yep, I am too. Because if you could run yourself on an all Intel build,
Yeah, we'll have to see what the next architecture for their CPUs really does for
what
performance.
the 10 series that they do there? Because
Uh,
isn't that what's next for them? Is the 10 series? Right now they're all 9, all the i9.
yeah, we're in the nines yet. Um, fuck is.
Do you think they'll go 10 series, or do you think they'll start calling it something?
I'm not sure what they'll do there. To be honest with you.
I mean, considering how long that they've stuck with their i3, i5, i7, i9. Oh, wait, that would be like an i11 then would be their next thing.
So Ice Lake is their 10th generation. And
Yeah, but I thought there were different versions of that within each
yeah,
architect.
there will be. I'm I'm browsing through some stuff. Blah blah
Blah blah blah.
blah. Yeah, dude. This article sucks that I pulled up. Cannon Lake is their next. Will actually be the next. Oh my god! And now I'm getting ad blocker. You know what, people? Come down this
Ad
rabbit
blocker.
hole with me. Freaking, they're like, hey,
You might as well have
we
just
need to
banned
give
him
you the
from the,
ads.
yeah, you might as well just banned him from the website. Ad blocker.
14 days ago, and already the ads. Look at it go, man. Look at it go. Get the fuck out of here. Stop seeing this ad. Before they occur. HP Nimble Storage. Wow, that's sweet. Moving on. Sorry, I got distracted. It happens. We've been at sea for days. It's about time to turn the lights on, even because it's getting dark. But blah blah blah. Cavy Lake, Cannon Lake is going to need some background. Blah blah blah. Just cut to the chase. Thank you. You said cut to the chase, and then you gave me nothing. Who wrote this article? Bill Thomas, sir. Do not put cut to the chase when you are not going to cut to the chase. That's bullshit. Sunny Cove in late 2019, Cannon Lake, blah, blah, refresh.
Gerbity blah.
Quarter 2, 2019. So we're going to get a refresh. We already got the refresh. What the hell's going on here? Moving on. And now we're talking about drones. Whatever, man. Fuck this shit.
The article went way a different direction. What the hell?
Yeah.
The Fuji. So what do you think of them hairdos there?
Oh, it's dark. Thank God for the light. Did you try to get up and turn the light on?
Yes, I did.
It's a yellow
We got-
light. We don't have it painted an appropriate color. We're slacking on our production quality here. Just want to apologize.
We'll
to
probably
everyone who's
we'll
watching.
probably put a light really high up on the mast behind us too, if we ever do another show set.
I've
on-
got
on the
another
ship.
one. We just need paint, so we can paint them a different color.
I mean, all you gotta do is make a water skin. We got plenty of water, and we got berries.
Yeah.
Don't
Holiday
make-
2019.
Don't make us start traveling.
Isolate roll out most CPUs. Blah, blah. Won't see Ice Lake CPUs and desktops until 2021. Intel looking to release 14 nanometer Comet Lake parts as an intermediate generation of processors. They won't release until spring of 2020. Jesus, titty fucking Christ. It may be an AMD build. At this rate.
Yeah. Oops.
Get the fuck out of here with your ads.
I was about to say that ad's just sitting there.
Improved connectivity, yeah, Wi-Fi 6 supports. Fixes for Spectre and Meltdown. Man, it's great. Whatever, dude.
The ad was even ironic because it was titled "The Daily Brief," but it lasted for so long.
Yeah, got me trying to sell me Q-tips and shit now, man. At Target.
That was weird. Minecraft was trying to do that earlier.
What, sell you Q-tips?
In the Project Ozone 2, there is a mob swab, and its icon on the screen looks like a Q-tip. And I'm chilling and doing other shit, and all of a sudden I hear the streamer be like, "Yeah, Q-tip."
Maybe
Anybody?
it's me who needs some gist.
Was that?
I'm looking at the camera angle on the screen, and you're looking away from the camera. I can't get, but you're looking in on yours. It's because we're
Yay, dog barking. It's gonna get a little loud here for just a second.
right on.
I'm okay with it.
So Guru, you still been playing the anthem?
I hopped on there today for a few. I haven't even really tried out the new Stronghold or anything else like that. I know that a lot of other people that have hung in there with me, basically, like, there's a small following of peeps that have been trying to hold in there as long as we possibly can. We're just not playing as much because, I mean, as it stands, I mean, this update, they added the new Stronghold. They did some bug fixes still. They added some quality of life. They did some really, really nice buffs to all the classes except for the Ranger, because the Ranger got its significant, huge buff the last bug fix / update. So the Sunken Stronghold, I haven't tried. They definitely are not going to make their roadmap for the April because they didn't introduce. Give me 1 minute. I'll actually verify this one. Because like I said, I kind of, since Monday, I haven't been in the mood to play a whole lot. They did some significant buffs to certain things. They added the quality of life improvements is actually kind of nice. I did notice that earlier whenever I did like one mission. You can basically, so if you're wanting to go and just continuously farm stuff and not even bother going back to the tower, they took out the option of, I guess, going to the hub, the launch bay. They took that away and added in go to a different mission. So now you have the ability of being able to start another mission right then and there instead of having to go to the tower, start in another mission, and whatnot. They've also added the whole ability of you no longer have to go to these 3 people at the tower to pick up your missions. You can just fire them up right there. It automatically has it where you have those missions already acquired, and obviously you can only do one, from each a day still. So it's still a daily, but you no longer have to make that journey around the tower if you don't want to.
I think Thump's shit crashed.
Yeah, it looks like that. I was looking
he
at
got
it as
he
well.
got
Yeah.
too greedy. He wanted that friggin' message in a bottle there, the treasure map in the bottle, and
Mhm. He crashed because of
his
it.
CPU said, "What the fuck are you doing?"
So I'm right now hopping on there to check to see if they actually added the master work ability or deal. I didn't notice it whenever I finished the match.
Right.
I did notice though in the store they have now wraps, which they're basically another vinyl, except instead it covers your whole javelin.
Right on.
So no matter what color you've picked originally or anything else like that, it just immediately, whatever that wrap is consisted of, is what your color your javelin's going to wind up being.
Okay.
I thought that was kind of neat, but at the same time, for the cost of what it is, because it basically costs the same price as a armor set, which I feel like is ridiculous. It's too much. I'm looking in the social right now. Yeah, I'm not seeing guilds anywhere to be seen. So they haven't even added guilds yet. I didn't see it in the patch notes anyways, but sometimes they do squeeze certain things in without letting anybody know. So I figured I would take a look and see if that is a thing. I've collected my keys here and there. I haven't used any of them, to be honest with you, because there isn't a whole lot in there that I kind of want, mainly because there's no armor. If there was armor, I would be all about it. But since there's the graphics that they have in there are only decals, so they're patches.
Yeah, fuck
I
that.
wasn't very I wasn't impressed by that at all.
Lazy.
Nobody was impressed with the way they did that. There has been people that have data mined the new update, and the way it looks like for the next update, they might bring themselves out of this hole that they pretty much put themselves in. Some people have dug up that they are going to be adding in melee weapons like maces, arc weapons, like element essential weapons, which sounds like it would bring some players back because now you're diving into something that we've been waiting for anyways, or asking for, especially people that play the interceptor, because it's like, okay, we need to get our melee up a little bit more because that's where we are the best at, essentially.
Having some
Um,
katanas, dude.
Like, especially being able to choose an element if they prime. Like, if those elements prime or if they detonate, we don't know. I'm assuming that they're probably prime because with the
Yeah, then you should detonate with your abilities.
hmm exactly. But no, we don't know yet because, like I said, they've just been data hacked.
Right.
Data mined. Like all that is them digging into the files that have now been released. That some people have found, new armor sets that are coming out. They do look nice. Don't get me wrong, but as it stands right now, they really do need to add some content, like actual content stuff for us to do. I was kind of hoping that they were going to add the guild system so we could actually see if that was going to be worth doing, because even if they don't add anything to the actual area or whatnot, if they added some stuff that we would have to work towards within our guild, that would be kind of something to do, but they didn't add anything like that. So far, they've only added on this update, like I said, and anybody else can, you got it up right now. You can skim through it, and all it is a stronghold. Here's 3 more universal components, which are they're just weapons again, which aren't that bad, but at the same time, if you're trying to go with that build, they're not that bad. But we heard that they were supposed to be adding in support, masterwork supports. Haven't seen that in this update at all. Again, I haven't been diving into it. I only did one mission.
Right.
And then, some nice buffs. I mean, the buffs that they did do are very nice. It looks like they nerfed the Truth of Tarsus, but I'm not 100% certain on that because on paper it looks like it's been nerfed. But I haven't actually gone out there to test it to see if it actually was nerfed or anything else like that, because I haven't been too enticed to play the game because there isn't a whole lot to do.
So right here, man. Retaliation of Garrotus, Rolling Carnage, Last Strand, Fists of Straw, Unending Battle, Death from Above, and Wyvern Blitz.
hmm I mean, those buffs, if you look at it, those are pretty big buffs.
Mm-hmm.
Especially the Unending Battle. Another, what would they do? 25% extra damage all the way around? That's a good amount.
Dude, that Wyvern Blitz is nice too.
Yeah, the Wyvern.
Okay, you got it.
They've picked that Wyvern up.
Sorry, that's the storm. That's the storm in me talking there.
Yeah, I mean, I completely understand where you're coming from on it, and that's a big giant buff. A lot of these weapons that were useless, like the Death from Above, and the Death from Above, look at that, from 65% to 235%. That's
Guru. Did you register or retweet or join the Anthem PC giveaways?
No, I didn't.
Better get in there.
That's what I'm doing right now. So I know like I said, I haven't dived too much into anything that's been coming out this week because, I don't really want to get into it, but there's just been, you guys know, there's been a few things going on.
Man, life's been kicking you in
Real
the dick.
life Mortal Kombat 11 going on for you.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Brutality.
Brutality.
But whenever last week, I have been playing a lot of World of Warships from.
I did see that.
It's pretty fun. I mean, it's still in beta form for the console. I know it's been out for the PC for a while, but it's basically, kind of like what they did for World of Tanks. If either one of you guys dabbled with that a little bit whenever they first were coming out for the console, it's pretty much the same kind of beta phase. Whatever you do get in there, though, kind of carries over a little bit. I've been dabbling with that a lot, killing some fools with some torpedoes. Been playing a destroyer. Essentially, I stay away from the battleships because it takes 5 years to turn. And I'm not over-exaggerating on that at all.
It sounds about like it was in our gunpowder game.
Mm-hmm. It takes a minute.
The big ones were a little rough. your
Mhm.
little one would turn around and he could stay behind you just by turning back and forth. And be like,
Yeah,
behind you.
I
We
I
turn and
took
he'd be like, nope, now I'm gonna go that way behind you. You'd be like, damn it.
I took out I soloed a battleship the other day, like last week, with my destroyer. I just circled him like every single time he would fire, and which they take like 30 seconds to reload. Like it's god awful. And I just like pecked him away while I was like shooting torpedoes and everything else at him. He was just so mad. I got hate mail actually from that guy. It was
Got a little hate mail.
he was not a happy camper at all. Um but that's pretty much what I've been dabbling with on game wise, because I want to get back into Anthem, because we've already, like, all three of us have discussed that part where at its core it's fun, but there isn't
It's a really
anything.
good game at its core. It just doesn't have a lot of it.
Yeah, once you get done with
Exactly.
the story, it's repeat, 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 repeat.
But it's repeat with like very little to no reward too. So
Yeah, I mean, if there was a lot of reward to the repeat, I would be okay with it, and I
if
think
there
a
was
lot of people
kind
would
of
be
leveling,
too.
yeah, if there was some kind of actual leveling that took place outside of finishing the story, it would
Yeah.
feel better. But you kind of don't feel like you're leveling. You just feel like you're getting a bunch of trash until you finally get the RNG that gives you the one piece that helps improve.
And
And
then you got to pray that it has the right stats
yeah,
on
because
top of
you're
it.
looking for another one of those too.
Hmm. Um, they that's what a lot of people were hoping that the mastery system was kind of going to be whenever they introduced it. It was supposed to come out this month, but
They pushed it back again.
exactly. I mean, they
Just
failed at their roadmap because there was a lot of issues. I
no, no,
mean,
no, no, no. They didn't
Well,
fail at
there
their
was new
roadmap.
content coming in fucking March. I don't even want to
I
hear it.
was
Well,
like,
they
they
failed at their
didn't fail
roadmap
at
right
their
off the
roadmap.
rip.
I was gonna say because me and Stone and you covered this a long time ago during their very first ever video conference that they did on Twitch, where they were like, "Yeah, so we're gonna be doing all this shit, but there's no timeline on that.
Yeah, no time
yeah,
frame.
yeah.
No time frame on it. We're working on it."
You released a roadmap before you sold the fucking game, and
Hmm.
then did not even hit the first fucking mark.
Hmm.
Nope.
Because you were too busy fixing all the issues that could have been solved if
This
you
game
would
was
have at least
rushed
hired a team to play
and
the game.
remade so many times.
Hmm.
This,
It's crazy
It's
that it wasn't
it's
even Anthem to begin with. So
it's pretty much going to wind up the way it's starting to look, and the way I'm hearing it from other people that have played this game and also do news feeds on it. We're all kind of at the speculation that it's going to pretty much pull a No Man's Sky, if possible.
oh,
let's
Um,
hope.
it's gonna have to go dead and then do a stupid big re-release.
yeah, it's going to have to. The things that I was telling Zone, it
Kind of like
sounds like they're on the right track with that
it,
data
it,
mine.
it's an Atlas thing. It's an Atlas thing. But we subscribed for 2 years of alpha.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, you guys did.
at least this company was honest when they put the game out. They were like, "It's going to be 2 years of us trying to develop this game, just so you know."
Hmm.
And to be completely honest with you,
And Anthem
the
didn't.
first mega update. I'm digging this PVE server, dude. It's not super populated. I mean, but it's peaceful. It's an adventure.
Yeah,
That's what
Well,
I
it's
wanted out of
more
this
of our.
game, and it's a choose your own adventure.
It's more of the style of gaming that a lot of us kind of go with, especially that type of survival game. I prefer PvE, to be honest with you, on those types of games, unless I'm just going in there and I don't care about all the work that I'm essentially going to try to be
well,
doing.
that's
Then
why.
yeah, go
Yeah,
PvP.
if I know super farming techniques to go in and get myself to a position to where my character can do what he needs to do,
Hmm.
and I can go in and whoop some people's ass, And that's the kind of super farming I'm talking about.
Dude, my
You
hair
know,
is too long, man. You can't tell that I have massive fucking chops.
no, it just looks like a really big
You
Fu
look like
Manchu.
a motherfucking Viking or some shit.
Yeah, he
Valkyrie.
does. That he does.
Yeah.
I'm just wearing my do-rag because I keep my armor set at home. Because you still can't remake armor right now, can you?
Plate, not yet.
Yep. So that's why it's sitting in the
But
chest
you
at
know
home.
what? I'm glad you reminded me because my next map, that's what I'm gonna do. I started working on mastery again, beast mastery again.
Yeah, dude. It's hard to choose. There's so many options. It's nice that you get a respec every time you level up. So
But at
the
the
way
same time, you still got to find a balance on how you're doing those. Like,
for the finish, yes, for the finish. But
where's your patience gonna be in your what profiles? Like, where is the good overall? All right, I can play this game build.
yeah, and that's where I'm gonna end. And you can buy respecs now at the free ports, which is nice. But that's where I'm gonna
Yeah,
end. But on the way up, the way I built this brigantine, I respec completely out of taming, put it all into seamanship and seamanship.
he put all the semen into it.
Yep. Um,
That's what he
but
said. Fully
so
specced over
so I could
semen.
so I could build the brigantine because I wanted a bigger ship, and we wouldn't be right here at this island right now if I hadn't done
Hanging
that.
out at the table if you did it. Yep, I
And
know.
with all the level ups that have pulled from these maps we've been doing on this, I've been able to spec
Five.
back into my taming, spec back into. I can make brigantines again and tame now, and make my bows and craft everything I want to craft. I mean, like, the balance is starting to come there, and hell, I spec'd into piracy on the last one, so I could make the grappling hooks.
Yeah, got to do that.
Next one is the diving dock, though, so we can hit up shipwrecks. Being a 3-man crew, you, myself, and Lance Too Sweet. Lance 2S, sorry, that was dick hanging
Too
there.
sweet. I love it. Love it. Like it's
um,
too sweet.
shout out to Koi, because that nickname came from him. But
Speaking of, I'm still saying he was playing Mount Your Friends the other day. We need to get a pretend your XYZZY again going. We need to get Koi. We need to get the three of us. We need to get both of the 8-bit bros. We need to fucking bum with Bobcat. We can get him. Fucking
just a massive, ironic mount your friends, mount your.
ironic Dandelion. No, not Mount Your Friends. Pretend you're Yeezy. Cards Against Humanity.
Oh, okay.
Online. Super intoxicated. Deep fucking Cards Against Humanity game.
Interesting. It'd be fun.
But yeah, I know you know the website. Pretend you're Yeezy.
No, I don't, man. No, I don't do that kind of shit.
You don't play card games?
I don't do much of shit besides what you see me doing right now. Sitting at a fucking table in a video game,
Oh
talking on the
shit!
internet. Oh, your
Where-
camera, you fell over. You had too much to drink.
I was like, what the hell was that? I took a sip of beer and all of a sudden was all over the place. What the hell are you putting in my drink over there, man?
So, dude, I
Teach
don't
me
know.
to sit next to you.
I'm pumped about what we're doing right now. I'm pumped that we're out sailing again. I mean, the next stop is another galleon.
Yeah,
And
because that's
we
it.
we two manned a galleon, and because of bugs, we lost everything. We're working our way back there to where we are moving everything.
Yeah, where we don't need an island, we are an island.
A moving nation of two people.
Yeah,
Or
we'll go with
three
farm.
appliances online, but he was playing the Fortnites.
He came over and started playing the Atlases, but he didn't join us on the boat.
Oh, probably because he saw that we were doing the show on the boat. But dude, I totally would. If I was him, I would have popped on and photobombed the show.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, just throwing that out there. You're slacking, man. Get your shit together. You could have been yelling in the actual game chat, and
Yeah.
I see the link you posted there. PYX what the fuck ever. It disappeared on me though before I could click on it.
Pretend you're XYZZY. And I just say pretend you're Yeezy.
Yeah, whatever. There's
Well,
the chat
save
thing.
save that link.
I think the only time you're going to be seeing me on a ship here in,
So
well,
you gotta create a nickname. Wow, this looks sketchy as shit.
at least one
No,
walking
it's
around.
just beta as fuck.
Yeah, like I said, this looks sketchy as fuck.
Yeah, this was put together by like two 12-year-olds in a basement somewhere.
Oh, Jesus.
But it's good, man. I've been playing this shit for years. And I mean years.
Look at this shit, internet. Does this look like?
Oh, come
Holy
on. Don't
shit.
put them on blast like that. It's a crummy thing, but it's a fun game because of what it is. Not because of how that page looks. It's because
My
you played
son's motherfucking been playing it because Google's like his fucking gamer tag. Oh, my son's been playing it. God damn it, boy.
See? See?
Shouldn't be playing stuff like that.
Oh, it's hilarious, man. Like you've heard the game Cards Against Humanity, right?
Yeah, I've heard of it. Never played it.
Yeah, I have.
See, I've played I've played the IRL. I got a copy of the IRL version of it, but when you're sitting around like I normally do with a guy from Tennessee, a guy from Ohio, another guy in Colorado, when you're sitting around like that, some guy from Billings, Montana, some guy from Canada, some guy from Florida, when that's the world that you spend most of your time in, when that's the world that you spend most of your time in, you come up with other ways to have those kind of experiences with the people, and that's it. Pretend You're Yeezy is that game where you can sit around, have some drinks, everybody get back and play Cards Against Humanity, and that's what all it is. It's just like the Mount Your Friends nights, where it doesn't take any brain function to do it at all. Everybody can just get smashed and play a video game.
Well, who knows? We might also be playing next week Sea of Thieves again.
Oh yeah. Is
Oh,
it
yeah.
becoming Atlas?
I mean, I don't know. Right now, to be a better pirate game than what we're playing, you're gonna have to come up a long ways.
Yeah, dude.
I mean, they're coming out with that big.
Am I able to tame shit?
They're coming out with that big mother flipping update
But do you
on Tuesday.
Hold on.
Yeah, I see Atlas. Don't get me wrong. If I had it, I'd be playing it.
Hold on. Let's do this the right way. Oh shit!
Is that the right way?
That was not the right way.
I was about to say, let's do this the right way, and that's what you do.
It's because you're
K.
the K button, yeah, the camera.
Because of my K.
Special K. Holy frame rates.
Oh,
I know his frame rates are bad. They're rough.
Have you dropped your graphics settings?
Nope.
That's probably it. I dropped mine just so we didn't drop frames on the screen. I can turn mine up, but
where did I put it? I think there is. It's a box somewhere. A damn pair of scissors in it.
I'm not having problems. 30 FPS. That's good.
All right, give me 1 minute. I'll BRB. I'm gonna have to check on my little one. She's been quiet for a minute.
Uh-oh. That means things are happening.
BRB.
All right. Now the show is off the rails. We are...
Yeah. And
We're
the
moving
camera
around.
angle's crazy because the way I cropped him to sit in the chairs. I'm get back in the chair, man. I don't know what to do. I'm gonna turn off the light. I'll do that.
I'm trying to figure out where the hell where I put the scissors.
Oh, you're gonna cut your hair? Just make
Yeah.
a fucking pair of scissors, man.
What do I need to make scissors?
Oh, here, I'll just climb to the top.
Oh, geez, way too much stuff to be able to craft. Weapons, miscellaneous, scissors. There's a pair.
And that mountain is still freaking giant, dude. Even
Oh yeah, no matter how you consider it, it's a masterpiece. It'll be fun to figure out how to do that map one day.
if it still exists.
I mean, somebody will give us the map again, I'm sure.
You know what? Let's be dumb. Do you think I can make it into the water? Oh yeah, I can definitely make it into the water.
Oh yeah, easily.
Do you think it's deep enough that it's not gonna kill me?
No, that I don't know.
Can you stand on the sails in this game?
And threw them every time I've jumped at them. So, hello, John Coffee.
I need to learn how to make the diving platform.
I think I can. Still,
We need one.
if I'm not mistaken. All right, 7. Boom, scissors. Cut them up.
Oh dang, man! You cut it all off.
Yep, scissors went behind you. And I'm overheating. That's fun. It'll be interesting when I fall over DizEd. But yeah, Culinary Olympics.
Yeah, dude, it was fun, man.
Tell everybody about your trip.
Hold on a second, man. I'm trying to cut my hair. Let me get back. Let me get back. Let's get back to the ship. Got the haircuts. Apologize for us not being show ready. Oh, dang, I just pulled up admin commands. There you go. I am all chops now, dude. Look at
There it is. Look at them chops.
Alright, now I feel stupid enough to create We are doing the show for
I mean, those are some pretty meanly chops.
Yeah, dude. That's what I'm saying. Anyways, yeah. Indy was fun, man. Got to go into Lucas Oil Stadium, take a tour. Actually walked out onto the field. When we arrived, the company had, the what is it? Dry ice smoke and music playing and stuff like that. Like you were walking in the tunnel type of thing.
Oh, gave you the whole team fan experience.
Yep, but yeah, when we went on the stadium tour, dude, we went down actually onto the stadium floor, and they had cover over the turf, but there was one spot where they had.
I know. I saw that picture.
Pulled up and turned at a little angle, and I was like, dude, I actually got to get on this field. So I put my foot, on the turf that was exposed, took a picture because, I was actually on the field then.
Yeah, I saw that post that you posted up on Facebook about that. I was like, this sly little mother.
Yep. then we went into the locker room, and Peyton Manning's locker room was given to Peyton Manning. There's no locker there anymore, just so you know. I didn't know that. Fun fact. I'm not really a Colts or NFL fan.
It's the house that Peyton Manning built.
Yeah,
That's
pretty
what
much.
Soil Stadium is. It's the house that Peyton Manning built. Like it was called that from the moment it was opening.
But no, the city built it, dude. The restaurant in Texas, all kinds of
Oh, I
taxes.
mean, I'm well aware, but they
They
said if
told
it
us all
wasn't,
that bullshit too. I was like, damn, you raised taxes on the people for this shit?
yeah,
Like,
but
yes, they really
it
wanted
was
to pay for it.
essentially they were able to get away with all that because Peyton Manning had taken them to Super Bowls and
Oh yeah,
brought such attention and money to the city that the city was like, so why don't y'all pay for an upgrade then?
yeah. But the Andrew Luck's locker, I did have his chair out and sat right in front of his locker and had, took my picture because it's my locker. We got to go to the press room, and guy from the company got up there and like pretended he was doing some shit. I caught the end of that, but it was cool, man. Got to go up to the actual like press boxes and look down.
Yeah, that was a good view from in there. I'm a being a former commercial glass guy, seeing you up there in the press box and how it looked from inside up there. I was like, man, that's some. I almost felt like the Waterboy Adam Sandler when because I was like, man, that's some high quality glass right there.
Dude, our hotel room was fucking top notch too. It was on the 23rd floor, and the JW Marriott in Indianapolis, the whole damn thing's made out of glass. So you just open curtains,
Yeah,
and I was looking out over
I
the
don't-
Indianapolis skyline. Like we could see Lucas Oil Stadium. It's like 2 blocks away from the hotel, or some crazy shit like that.
well, they set y'all up nice for this.
Dude, and
Sounds like it.
the the mystery box competition was fun as hell, man. I'm not gonna lie, had a lot of fun with that. In the box, we did. They actually kept us. We were staged in at 15-minute intervals. There were 3 stations, and they kept us. They took our phones and kept us sequestered until it was 2 minutes before our time, so we could go in and get set up. And then, right when it was time, open the box. Well, open the box. And oh, by the way, what we're cooking with is 3 butane stoves and a toaster oven
Oh boy,
What?
and a toaster oven. So that's what we have to cook with. 2 cast iron pans and a copper pan and a small stock pot. We had a common pantry with a bunch of good ingredients. Um, we hollered out, people brought them to us. But anyways, we get in there, drop the knives, open up the knife kit, get set up. When they call time, open up the box. There's chicken thighs, pecans, blood oranges, corn on the cob, like still needs to be hauled and everything, and an Abita Turbo Dog beer.
nice.
So I just was like, all right, we're just gonna pan sear chicken thighs. We could pull Brussels sprouts from the common pantry, bacon from the common pantry. Um, so the blood orange went into balsamic and a Beta Turbo Dog reduction. First thing I did though was of course taste the beer because I need to know what flavors I'm cooking with. Uh,
Yeah, yeah, that's why.
yeah, but yeah, dude, I had a good time. No stress. Ended up doing a pan-seared chicken thigh with the blood orange beer balsamic reduction as a glaze. Toaster oven did not work worth a damn. First of all, it wasn't plugged in, so it didn't turn on at first. Wasn't plugged into the surge protector. Then the surge protector wasn't plugged in, or the extension cord the surge protector was plugged into wasn't plugged into the wall. But it never got hot, dude. It never got hot. I tried to throw the corn in to under broil to just, get some
Kind of
color on the
roast it a
corn.
little bit.
Yeah, just get some color on the corn, and it wouldn't even do that. So I pulled it out, cut it off the cob, and I put it in with polenta, which is just essentially a grit, um,
Yeah.
with andouille sausage because that was one of the mystery box ingredients, and
Ooh, yeah.
some cheddar cheese. I started with Parmesan cheese because I was going to do Parmesan in the polenta, but I changed it. I was like, nah, we're gonna have sausage and roasted corn in there. Let's go cheddar. So cheddar grits with andouille and roasted sweet corn. Lots of butter, lots of fucking butter. Because I didn't bother salting it. I just used because it was salted butter. I actually cut a piece off the butter, tasted the butter because it didn't say whether it was salted, and no one could tell me whether it was salted or not. So I was there. I mean, tasting butter, tasting the reductions. It was fun, man. Joking with people who were sitting there watching, joking with the timekeeper because we had 1 hour to complete a dish with
Oh
the
shit.
stipulation. Plate it up, present it to 4 judges. Judges come around, ask you questions while you're going. Dude, it was fun. I wish that was the divisional level competition because you just got to go in. You got to be creative, man, and you got to at least rule with something that you do know. One thing that I wasn't too pleased with was you were allowed to bring whatever hand tools you wanted. So people brought in pasta rollers and all kinds of stuff like that, and that's allowing someone to buy an advantage essentially. If you own a pasta roller, you can bring it in. If you don't, you can buy one and bring it in. But I feel like,
Pay to win.
well, I just feel like everybody should be working with the same tools, with the same. Everybody should have an equal kitchen to work out of.
Right. Here's your kitchen,
Right.
and you can bring your own knives.
Yeah, bring your knives, and that's all you need to bring, and that's how it should be.
Yeah, your rollout kit, the one you can come up to the table, fucking open your kit, fucking that's your shit. All comes
That's how I
briefcase.
went in, man.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Yeah, but you'll approach it a little bit different the next time because I'm sure this isn't the only time the company's going to do it, and I'm
Well,
sure we'll
I
see.
got to
I'm
get through
sure
the
we'll see
divisionals
you at a
again.
blind box again. So
Yeah, I got to get through the divisionals again next year, but it's whatever, man. I'm just gonna continue to do what I do and have fun, man. That with stuff like that, that's what it's there for.
yeah, that's exactly what it's there for.
Um,
That's
come
good.
uh, come late July, I'm gonna actually be going and doing a food show with one of our marketing people in
Nice.
in a new market. So
Q
it'll,
shit. Now, was your partner, was that somebody you work with on a regular basis, or was that
that's
a
my
partnership?
that's my assistant.
Okay. I was wondering because when I looked at the card for your group, I was like, I wonder if these were matched groups or if it was your actual like your
Yeah,
number one.
yeah. Got to take my assistant up there. If you're still watching, Jason, I know he was watching earlier. Shout out, man. We had fun, man. We did well with it. It was actually fun because they told us like don't leave your station ever. If you need anything, just holler out for us. So I'm like, hey, I need this pan washed because I need to use it again. You know, I did. I was like, hey, I don't want this Parmesan, man. I need some cheddar. So I threw the Parmesan at the dude. He caught it, and grabbed the cheddar, threw it back at me. It was fun, man. I love that. That's that's
Speed
competition,
kitchen.
dude. Well, it's competitive, man.
Yeah.
It gets the blood pumping, man. I mean, I'm pacing around before the competition like it's warm up, right before a freaking football game or something. Stretch a
They
little
done
bit,
got hype.
crack the
They
neck,
got hype. Which is funny.
get your game face on.
Here we sit.
Escape. I don't need them to be competitive.
I hear
I don't need that. I can get that. I get that every day, man.
so that's your 9 to 5,
Or
even though it's not 9 to 5.
yeah, I was gonna say, or my 9 to 7:30 or whatever. I don't care, dude. I love what I do,
Oh, it shows.
Mhm.
It shows. We have no doubt. Me and Guru, I can tell you have no doubt that you enjoy what you do.
Oh yeah.
Everything has its headaches, but at the end of the day, man, I've got purpose, a goal, and I haven't achieved it yet. So let's go.
Woo!
That's where I'm at.
Yeah, man. It's always a good. It's always a good thing. I mean, and you're driven like hell in order to get in there and do it. So that's really what's up. So on this island that we stopped at,
Yeah, what's going on with the island?
Guru, you saw where the pink tower was earlier.
Yeah.
We have went up 3 different sides of this thing, and still were unable to make it to it.
What is it?
When we get up there,
I may have found an angle.
when we get up there, there are these things. What are they? Something of the Damned, Pirates of the Damned, or something like that.
Yeah, Army of the Damned.
Yeah, Army of the Damned. And you get up there, and they'll all come out of the ground. You gotta kill the entire squad, and then once the squad,
And they're at the very top of that?
well, they're in the ground up there waiting on us to show up.
Fudging A.
Yeah. So when we get like, if we get up there, they would all come out of the ground. We have to fight all of them, and once all of them go down, we get to dig up a treasure chest that gives us like gold and special blueprints according to the level of 1, your character, and 2, what you've got perks into, and then 3, according to the level of the chest itself. Like, everybody's going to get the same amount of gold. Blueprints are going to really vary. I get a lot of journeymen and fine blueprints right now, most commonly.
Yeah, that's the level of treasure map we're doing. We'll dictate that. All right, I'm
That's
going
just insane, though, that, like, they're at the very top of that mountain.
It's dumb, man.
Foggy hill. Of course, I decided I took everything off but my spyglass and my climbing shit, and I'm gonna attempt it, man. Because why the fuck not? What are we doing?
All right. Well, we got main cam is over here watching you run along the beach. Now you disappeared behind the rock.
Yeah, I think I've found an approach. But,
It is so foggy we can't see you at all anymore.
oh no, I'm behind some rocks and shit. And the camera angle's still crappy because the way I have the camera propped for sitting at the. Alright, that.
I don't know what all my dogs just did, but I got a house full of dogs that just were like, "What the?" What's up, John?
Oh, dude, there's an overhang.
Of course there is. I can actually see a little bit better now. I can see where you're climbing at. At least I think that's you off in the distance there, a little speck on the rock. Did y'all fare good from the storm, Guru?
Do what?
Did y'all fare good from the storms?
Yeah. Wasn't too bad over this way. But, I mean, that's the advantage of living in a valley.
Both of the systems passed to our east and to our west and went right around us on both sides. So we ended up with, like, here it just kind of rained. It got a little heavy from time to time, but nothing too serious. And some areas around us got hit pretty hard, but we got
Yeah, I heard. Yeah, I heard a couple of areas got hit pretty hard by the dang thing.
Yeah, Mississippi got eat up
Oh shit!
by a ton of hurricanes. I mean, not hurricanes, tornadoes. Like their area that got real messed up. There it is. There's a sunset, folks. I know that frame rate is masterful, but
Yeah, dude.
He's
Something
climbing
fierce.
a rope on the side of a fucking cliff.
well, there you go.
Hopefully this grappling hook holds for this. This is a long one. Then I'm gonna have to. You see what I'm climbing up to? I'm gonna have to probably try and throw another one. You can't see what I'm climbing up to. I should have brought a light. But
Oh yeah,
try and
speaking
throw
of, I
another
gotta turn. I gotta turn our light on down here on the.
I landed on.
Hi, John Coffee.
solid
Welcome
ground.
back.
What the hell's going on here? I don't know where this is taking me to.
There he is. He's trying.
I'll give him that. He is trying.
I don't know. There could be things going on around my house. I have no idea.
Yeah, I've been waiting for Sea of Thieves or Essential. Sea of
Yeah,
Thieves
so,
to come out with their update because
I was like, "What is this big update?" Like, finally,
they're going to be adding in harpoons into the ships. They're adding in that new food. They're adding 2 new factions. Just for a heads up, unfortunately, I know you probably both don't care, but if you haven't hit Pirate Legend already, this is going to put a kink in your plan.
yeah, how's that?
And then now you're going to have to finish these other 2 factions as well.
Oh, in order to make Legend, you'd have to have them done too. Oh, well, that's interesting.
Yeah, so
that does put a little bit of
some of his points, but he knocked it out. He was trying to knock it out pretty quick. I helped him out for a bit of it, just to, hop on there, make sure I wasn't too rusty at the game, which I'm not, thank God.
Oh, I'm going crazy over here, man.
I know. I
Just
keep
going around
glancing
the side
over
of the
at that,
mountain.
and I'm just like, man, what are you trying to be right now? You're not Spider-Man, all right?
Nope.
You're not.
George.
Look at me go,
if
dude!
if
Look
he
at
is
me go!
anything, he is George.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
So they're adding in that whole new storyline ordeal, which is going to wind up being more of a mission based, which is going to be pretty sweet. Like, you got to go and dig up these chests to get keys to piece the whole puzzle together to wind up finding the grand treasure. So it's actually kind of like a treasure hunt, and more so than what it is right now. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So there's going to actually be some storylines, some traps, sort of a new area. They're putting islands actually outside of the kill zone, which once you get to these islands and dock, apparently you don't have to worry about your ship being busted. So they're putting things out there, but they're making it really rough to get to. They're putting the whole PvP arena mode in. Me and Brad dabbled with that a little bit. It was pretty interesting. People with ship-to-ship combat are still garbage. They might be good at PvP, but you're not good at ship-to-ship combat. You're just not. And it's sad. It really is. It's like, how can you be good at PvP, but you cannot do the one thing that this ship is based on, or this game is based on, which is keep your spawn point alive. Like, you can't, like, nobody so far has been able to come close to being like what we used to be.
Welcome back to the table.
Yeah. Good to be back. Broke my leg on my
Yeah, I
venture.
saw that. Hmm.
Um, hobbled back. Luckily, I'm a fast healer and ready to go. Just
I
really
see
happy
your
to be
chops made it.
really happy to be here.
Yeah, see the chop.
Oh, watching you trying to do that was definitely amusing. Um, so that's going to take away a lot of the PvPers, the hardcore ones at least, away from the actual story mode area, which is going to be the adventure mode, is what they're renaming it.
Okay.
Like I said, it looks like it's going to be neat. The bartender's going to wind up starting to give quests. Um, the legend guy that just tells you the riddle or his little rhyme essentially till you get to legend. He'll actually be useful. So both of those peeps that weren't useful before, well, I mean, say what you will, the bartender, in my opinion, was always useful. She always made sure my tankard was filled. Um,
Truth.
right? Both of them are gonna now be quest givers as
More.
well. Yes, yes. Well, the one guy holding that door, he's definitely going to be useful now. Before, all he was doing, man, was just making sure nobody opened up that door. But the bartender's going to be more useful. um, and then they're adding in, like I said, 2 more new factions. One's PvP, the other one is fishing, um, which will be interesting on how they wind up playing out. And what I've seen so far for the fishing is definitely fishing simulator.
Right on.
There'll be rare fish that you'll have to collect and everything. You can rather A, cook it, or B, turn it in for XP.
I should have made a fishing rod so we could test whether or not fishing's working in the game yet.
You can make one right now.
All on there. Yeah, I was about to say, if you got twigs and stuff.
I got twig and berries. Does that help?
Yeah, dangle your
Mm.
tackle in the water there to see if you get a shark.
Yeah.
Someone's got you. He's going to go test it out for you.
I see that.
If I can make a fishing rod, I have to see.
He did the.
What all do you need in that game to make a fishing rod, anyways?
Oh, there it is. It's right there. 50 fiber, 24 thatch, and 16 wood.
Oh, that's not bad.
No. Nobody said the game was overly complicated.
I didn't think it was. But I'm glad that they're starting to get their stuff together over on that game. I was really worried about it. I was like, I would really like to see it make it on the
Yeah,
console
that's
end of things.
Bait is gum.
I don't think we have any.
Yes, we do.
Not on this boat.
Dum da dum gum. But yeah, whatever the saps of this island. You got honey, right? Isn't that sap?
Yeah.
Yeah, that would work.
Alright. They say you catch more fish with honey.
Yeah. Sure they do.
It's not counting as baits. Oh wait, I can drag it. And I've got baits. Nope,
Yeah.
it just took the fishing rod off. I do not have baits. Honey is not sap, sugar. Sorry folks,
No más fishing.
catching the biggins is sown will have to be postponed.
BRB.
Look at that, we already lost a member of the show because I didn't have baits. What the fuck is going on?
No, we gained a
can't
steel.
operate like this.
We gained a Steel Series headset. That's what we got.
Ads.
The unofficial sponsor of the Angry Dandelion.
Me.
We know that's the official sponsor of.
Or should I say us?
We know that's the official sponsor of the Angry Dandelion.
Yeah. Oh, what the hell are we gonna do after this, man? We got 45 minutes.
Yeah, man. Sure do.
I'm just chilling.
Did you ever look at Fortress Street?
Nope.
Every day I still play it every day. I get my points in, get my races through. I could be probably doing more right now.
Right on. I mean, I need to get out and fly my drone, dude. Is what I need to do. I need to find
Have
a
you
good
not
spot to
at
land.
all?
I should have taken it to Indy with me, man, but there was an airport nearby, and I wouldn't have been able to fly it.
Yeah,
And you can't fly them in stadiums.
unless they're licensed.
Yep. So, but no, I haven't flown it since I've been back, man. I've worked. Been working.
Yeah,
But I need to find some. I mean, there's plenty. Dude, I can fly it down over the damn river. That's cool footage.
yeah, man.
But I want to get some altitude myself, and then take it up further and overlook like some forest or something.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, deliver packages for Amazon with my drone. Just little packages, so it's a small
I
drone.
mean, hey, it is a thing.
Order some chapstick. I got you.
They're finally getting the approval for some of their drone service.
Yeah, it ain't gonna be in fucking BFE where I
Well, no, it's got to start somewhere, and
am.
usually that you're right. That's not where. It's got to be able to make them the
Yeah, man,
initial.
my Amazon gets delivered to my PO box.
Yeah, you'll like it when it gets delivered to your rooftops.
Man,
Had to put in that hatch in the attic.
that's right. Oh, Guru was back, but then left again.
What? What?
It happened.
Are you sure? You sure?
I saw it. There
I
he
like.
is.
I like how. I like how that little piece of fur on my hat changes color during the day and during the night,
Yeah, it's red right now.
knowing it's been purple dyed.
That could just be because of the shade of the lamp. Oh, let's see.
I'd like to
What
be able to
else?
dye my suspenders, to be honest with you. That rookie outfit would be nice.
Yeah. Let's see. So Alice is coming along nicely. What else do we have out there? What else is going on in the world? I mean, I haven't really seen a whole lot on tech news. GTX 1650 is a piece of trash, according to Gamers Nexus. It's not really a piece of trash. They said it's a good graphics card, or Steve said, but he's got a team. But yeah, Dead on Arrival is the name of the video. But